Hi, welcome to the COLOURS Wheelchair Training DVD. My name is Ernie Espinoza and I do sales for COLOURS. COLOURS started out about 17 years ago. We've been around for quite a while. We're definitely not the new kids on the block. But how COLOURS actually originated was by a gentleman by the name of John Box. He was an avid tennis player. He was out there on the circuit making his rounds, competing, doing everything he needed to do. At that time, he was actually in one of our competitors' chairs. And as any athlete would want to do, he wanted to get his own angle, his own adjustment, his own chair to get him the right feel, the right fit, to get the overall edge on his game. Well, John basically doing what he normally does, working with whatever equipment he has, he decided to make an appointment to go up to this manufacturer at the time that he was working with. And made an appointment to go up there and say, you know, I'd try to incorporate some of my designs into this wheelchair to see if I can come up with the chair that's going to work for me. Well, him driving a 6-hour drive, kind of opted to get there as he normally would. And the problem was they ended up canceling his appointment. So like any other person that would have driven 6 hours, he left there with a pretty sour taste in his mouth. Well, the good thing about that is he took his ideas that he was going to take to our competitor and opted to incorporate those into his own frame ideas. Him, along with his brother Mike Box and his father Victor Box, who are all aerospace related / engineers, they decided to take these ideas, incorporate them into an actual aluminum frame, and opted to come up with the first chair we've ever put out, which was the Eclipse. The Eclipse actually originally started out as a sports chair with a lot of camber, real low rear seat height, and real light. John, without even realizing it, started competing in this chair, getting a lot of questions asked, where can one get one like that? And ultimately, that's what kind of drove him to start making wheelchairs, which our first wheelchair was the actual Eclipse. That's how COLOURS actually started getting even into this industry, because there was no actual idea to start building wheelchairs for John and his brother Mike until they realized they came into this type of a dilemma. COLOURS currently offers 10 adult wheelchairs, 4 pediatric wheelchairs, and 10 impressive actually sports chairs. The 3 main characteristics that COLOURS always puts into manufacturing their wheelchairs are 3 things. First of all, lightweight. Second, adjustability. And third of all, the aesthetics of the wheelchairs. Lightweight. Today's injuries are basically far, far more advanced than what happened back in yesteryear. The yesteryear injuries, I should say, are the people that really didn't have a whole lot going on. Unfortunately, they didn't have these sports, the everyday lifestyles that are going on as of today. Today's injuries are basically advancing faster. They're into a situation where they can basically take a chair, load it in and out of a car. They're going to school. They're basically pushing from point A to point B. They're looking for a lightweight unit underneath them that's going to help them advance in their actual lifestyle and their basic social skills. Second of all, adjustability. Today's injuries versus yesterday's injuries are a lot different. As a patient usually gets discharged from any kind of a rehab institute after a traumatic injury, our bodies have a tendency to change. So by having adjustability incorporated into the chair allows their body to adapt with that actual chair. Today we're absolutely changing our styles, lifestyles, the way we transfer in and out of cars, the way we go to work, the way we're just participating in everyday lifestyles. Adjustability is probably one of the key things we need to do. The third thing that COLOURS is very big on is the aesthetics end of the actual chair. The chair has to look cool. Quite frankly, for the people of today, if you're dressing up, they want their chair to be dressed up. If you're going to dress down, they want it absolutely dressed down. COLOURS is very big on going from mild, very conservative, to absolute wild, some sort of West Coast chopper, Orange County chopper theme. Anything people want, COLOURS will not say no on it. As long as it's ultimately safe for the actual patient, physical therapist agrees with it, RTSs are okay with it, COLOURS will build it, so feel free to request it. I think what sets us apart probably from the competition is that our chairs are fully tailor-made. And as you go through this actual DVD, you're going to see the process that we take on building an actual wheelchair. So by tailor-making the chair to the individual's needs, we'll allow that person an exact fit on what they're going to need, along with taking into consideration any kind of adjustability they may need for their future situations, whether it be, as I said, driving or just basically changing their lifestyles or whatever needs to happen goes. So stick around, check it out. Look at all the chairs that we've got to offer and enjoy our ride.